I just woke up. Let's go. I don't know if you know who Iman Ghazi is, but I remember looking at a video of his in like 2018 in which he said that he used to read a book a week. And I remember looking at the video and being like, whoa, a book a week? That's so freaking much, bro. How do you even do that? And now I'm reading freaking 2 books a week. Well, I say 2 books a week, I've fallen off a little bit. That's because I've picked up two very thick books. One of them was like 500 pages, which I finished like 2 days ago, and another one that I picked up now is like 400 something pages, bro. What the hell? But I'm on track to finishing both of them in like week. You know, the 500 page one I finished in a week, and the other one I'm gonna finish it another week, in under a week, inshallah. Now, why would you want to read more books? If you've read good books in your life, I wouldn't even have to have this conversation with you, but someone out there has put years of their life into a certain topic, into researching it, into learning everything about it, and then they've into becoming an expert about the topic, and then they've put it into a book that you can read to actually learn everything that they've put into it. For example, there's this book called No More Mr. Nice Guy. I know the title sounds like weird, but it's like about men's mental health and stuff. And so the guy put, I think he put like 15, 20 years of his life into like helping men go from like this nice guy syndrome, you know, he named it like nice guy syndrome that's affecting men in our society. Go from this to like actually getting what they want in like their life and like their jobs and stuff and other stuff as well. You're gonna have to see the book to know what I'm talking about. And so someone out there has put like I read this book like I think a month ago, so it's not one of my recent ones. But someone out there has put like years of their effort into a single topic and has put them in the book. And why would you not want to learn more from that? It's like you can grab as many books as you can, you know, learn from people's lives, you know, learn from as many people. You can like just get years ahead of those people. All right, you can take all of the knowledge that they've gathered, they've put years into that topic, but you can learn it in under a week. Right, in under a week. That's the power of reading books, you know. It's amazing, all right? Now, if you commute, now we get to the how to read 2 books a week. If you commute in your daily life, for example, me, I used to commute, you know, I used to commute 1 hour and 20 minutes to my university because I live in freaking Istanbul. And so my university and my dorm both were on the European side, but I had to commute 1 hour and 20 minutes to university. I used to take my classes, which were like 3 or 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours of classes. You know, I'm actually learning Turkish. You know, I'm on a fully funded scholarship, alhamdulillah. And the condition for the scholarship was that the first year I would have to learn Turkish. So my classes are not as long. I just go there, learn some Turkish, and just come back. You know, and if you want to learn more about the scholarship, you know, oh my goodness, if you want to learn more about this fully funded scholarship, I have another YouTube channel as well. You know, it has more subscribers than this. Let's go. Another YouTube channel, you know, you can look it up. I teach you about I tell you about the scholarship and stuff, how to apply, you know, and the steps, interview and stuff, everything. And so, yeah, but where was I? Yeah, I commute like 3 hours every single day. I used to 3 hours every single day. And what I would do is I would take a book and turn it into a freaking audiobook. Okay, there are websites that you can do that. The one that I'm using right now, the app, in fact, the app that I'm using right now is called Paper to Audio. It's not like super sophisticated, but hey, the free trial is like 8 hours a day, and that is more than what I listen to. I listen to like 3 or 4 hours a day, and so I used to. And so even if you get the free one and convert a book to an audiobook, you know, it's not the best one out there. There are paid ones as well, but heck, I'm not paying shit, bro. You can explore them as well if you want to pay. But that's the best one that I have found yet. Paper to audio. To be honest, I haven't researched as much about them, and so there are better ones I think you can out there you can find, but I just don't want to put energy into that. I just found this one. I'm happy with it. Paper to audio. What you do is you upload a book and you select the sound and it turns it into an audio, and then you can adjust the speed and everything. And that's it, freaking awesome, bro. And what I used to do is 3 hours of commute, I would listen to that audio. So I was just listening to a book. And the reason is why I couldn't read a book from my phone, I tried to do that as well, is because I didn't like, you know, scrolling on a book, you know, because it was train, you know, and I had to switch terminals as well. And so I would switch from an autobus to a metro bus, and then I would switch from a metro to a metro bus to a metro, you know, train. And then I would switch the third time as well to my university's bus. And so during all those switches, it was easier to like just have headphones in my ears and just listen to an audiobook. That was freaking awesome. And so this is the best advice that I can give. Okay, just turn them into audios, and if you have a long commute, you can absolutely take advantage of this. You know, listen to as many books as you can, get as many knowledge as you can, bro. What the hell? But the thing is, if you do not have a very long commute, I believe you can find like you're just gonna have to read books. You just kind read books, or you can try this as well. Just listen to turn them into audio and just lay back down. You know, you don't even have to do the reading. You can just do the hearing as well. You can just hear the books for the first time in like, yeah, that's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. But yeah, that's the way I do it. But you really want to know these days though, I'm not leaving the dorm as much because I'm on summer vacations. And so the thing that I do is I just have to read books. And the way to read books, the way to read more books, okay, the way to make reading enjoyable. There's an actual freaking way to make reading more enjoyable. The way to make reading more enjoyable is to cut out everything that is more enjoyable than reading. That's I know that's brutal, but like that's the way. That's the way, bro. That's how dopamine works, man. Cut out everything that you find more enjoyable than reading. All right, especially the cheap things. Only the cheap thing, I'd say. And so that would be like music. My bad. For me, it's music. That would be music. That would be social media, and that would be watching like online series as well. You're gonna have to cut all of that out if you really want to like want your brain to read. I remember going to Juma yesterday, and I was like praying over there, and I was like, bro, I can't wait for this Juma to finish. It wasn't like I can't wait, but it was like I'm gonna pray Juma, and then I'm go, and then I'm gonna read this book that I'm reading right now. So it's like the default setting is like not watching CDs, not scrolling on social media. It's not even listening to music. It's just going back to reading. It's because I've eliminated everything that gives me more pleasure than reading, and that's actually how dopamine works. If you get pleasure from something, if you get pleasure, for example, if you're trying to maintain this hobby and you get a certain amount of pleasure from it, but if you do another hobby that just gives you more pleasure, then you're just gonna have to use willpower to come down here. To come, if you're still doing this hobby and it gives you pleasure, then you're just gonna have to use willpower to like come back down here and do this again and again and again and again, and that's just gonna be draining. And at one point you're gonna break. At one point you're gonna break, and you're just gonna go back to this if you keep doing this. But if you completely eliminate this, you just put it into your hobby and stuff. It's easier this way. It's just easier this way. I don't know how. If completely eliminate this and just make this one your base, and you get the most dopamine out of it. Like the most stimulating of your activities is the reading books. If you do that, then you're just gonna read books as your default. If you have some time, if you're lying down in your bed, you're just gonna open your book. Okay, I haven't used social media. Like I think in 3 days I haven't even opened Instagram. Before that I used to open it, but like I didn't doom scroll or anything. But in 3 days I haven't even opened Instagram, and I live with my WhatsApp and Instagram notifications off. And so even if someone messages me, I don't get that notification on my screen, or I don't get that when you turn on your lock screen to check the time. I don't get the notifications over there as well, and I don't even get the notification number on WhatsApp. I don't get the notification number on WhatsApp or on Instagram. The only time I can see WhatsApp messages or Instagram messages is when I directly open the app to see the messages. And some people will be like, oh, emergencies and stuff. Bro, I live abroad, bro. There's no emergency regarding my family, alhamdulillah. And even if there was, may Allah protect them and all, I won't be able to do anything about it, right? And so yeah, it's freaking brutal, bro. But that's the way you make reading enjoyable for you. Yeah, that's it, bro.